Okay, so let me tell you guys. Oh my god, as soon as I start talking, I get out of breath. Okay, but let me tell you guys what's going on. So my doctor has not been listening to me, in my opinion, and I am one of those people. I hate confrontation. I am super easygoing. Like, there's not much that I need from you, especially when my pregnancy is like super duper easy. Like, I don't need much, you know what I mean? But I've been asking my doctor for mad long about what to do about... Bitch, go! Sorry. Hold on. Sorry, guys. Anyway. Oh my god. So I'm at 38 weeks pregnant right now. So my last doctor had always had, it's gonna sound gross, but just always had her hands in my cervix. Like, just always checking, making sure everything's okay. You know, just making sure I was good, you know? So, okay, this time, this doctor does not do that. I asked her mad times about bringing my placenta home because, you know, I'm just a little bit worried about baby blues. I'm worried about my milk supply, and I want to go the holistic route. So I told her that. So obviously, that's like, oh, okay, you going with the more natural way. All right, cool. And she just like totally blew that question off. She was like, okay, cool, let's just see what else we have to do right now, like with your appointment, and then we'll get back to that. Like, I was supposed to check that. This is like my third time asking. So she's like, yeah, we'll get back to that. So then she's like, all right, cool, we're gonna administer this test. She was like, it goes in your vagina, then it goes in your rectum, and it's just to check for like a bacteria. No big deal. Yeah, you could do it yourself. And I'm like, does everybody do this? Like, is this a thing? Because I don't remember doing this last time, which is fine, like, whatever. And then she was like, no, I mean, or you could just do it yourself, like, it's fine. I'm like, no, you could do it. The fuck, like, you're my doctor, it's fine. She's like, no, you can do it yourself. So I'm like, okay, like, whatever. So boom, I go into the bathroom. There's just so much stuff. I'm on my way to the doctor's right now. I'm telling the story too scattered. I'm gonna start over. Anyway, long story short, I'm about to go cuss out my doctor. Are you a maternity doctor and not give me all my options? Like, nah, bro. Like, you need to... That's a problem for me. Like, that is a problem for me. And, like, I just am not okay with her behavior as a doctor. Like, at all. Like, she does not listen. But, yeah, like, nah. Like, no. You're not about to treat me. And my doctor's office is in the hood. Like, it's kind of in the hood. The only reason I stayed here is because I wanted the new baby to be delivered. I was just about to look for my phone. That's crazy. I wanted the new baby to be delivered by the same doctor, but my doctor fucking retired. So, yeah, it was just a big to-do, and I'm just not happy, and I'm hormonal, so somebody's about to get this work, because I can't be giving it to Troy all goddamn day. All right, bye, guys. Like Frank. It's these masks. Sorry, girl. Farrrah. Okay, so I started to talk about this in the car, but I didn't get to finish. So this is what happened was, and why I needed to press my doctor today was, all right, boom. So last week, I went to my doctor's appointment, and I'm pretty sure this was my third, maybe even fourth time asking about my placenta. Because what happens is, I don't know how the laws work everywhere else, but basically taking an organ home is not that easy. Like, it's not that easy to just take your organ home, you know what I mean? Even though it's yours. Like, there's a high risk, there's laws, there's all this other stuff in place. But I told my doctor, I'm like, listen, I'm going the more holistic route. You know what I mean? I didn't produce that much milk last time. I'm maybe going natural. And, yeah, I want to take it home. So I just want to know more about it. So basically, she's
just like, oh, yeah, you know what? Let's, she's like, we're going to talk about it. She's like, let's just see what else you have to do while you're here. And then we'll get back to it.
I'm like, all right, cool. So she's like, cool. So she measured my belly like we do almost all the other times. Measured my belly. We heard the heartbeat, nice strong heartbeat. She's like, all right, great. So, and then she was just like, all right, cool. We have to take this we have to administer another test for some virus that women tend to get around like the end of their pregnancies. So she's like, cool, you're just
gonna put it in your vagina, then put the same, it's a Q-tip, you're gonna put it in your vagina, then put the same thing in your rectum. And I'm like,
what? Like, sorry, what? And she was like, yeah, you could just do it yourself, like it's fine. And I'm like, I never heard of this before. And I was like, I don't think I did this last time. Not that it mattered, I was just like, I don't remember doing this last time. Maybe if I did, my doctor did it for me. So she was just like,
yeah, no, it's easy, you could just do it.
And it's just like, I mean, okay, like, I guess, like, whatever, it's fine. So, so now I have to take this test on my own, which I'm like, I'm not tripping, it's not a big deal. But then when I went to the bathroom to do it by myself, it was like low-key kind of hard. Like there wasn't like lube on the Q-tip. Like I was just kind of left for dead. Like I had to kind of just figure it out, and it kind of hurt. And I wasn't feeling that at all. So then, before that, when she's measuring my belly, I just feel like I have to constantly ask questions. And like, I was just like, oh, okay, is everything, I was like, oh, did I measure well? Like she's measuring me, but she's not telling me like my measurements. But, oh, okay, am I measuring up to par? She was like, yeah, you're right at 37 inches. It's like, oh, okay. Then it's like, well, is the baby head down? Because the only reason I asked is because my sister-in-law, around the night, like the end of her pregnancy, my nephew flipped. So I was just like, that's a problem. And I want to deliver vaginally. Like I don't want any issues. So it's like, I have to constantly ask her questions. I'm like, is the baby head down?
She's like, oh shoot, let me check. And it's like,
why aren't you checking on your own? You know what I mean? Like, why aren't you checking on your own? So I didn't like that. So then I was so pissed because with me, it's like, I'm already asking a bunch of questions. I'm already going through some stuff. And then you already threw me off with this random rectum exam that I got to do on my own. So I completely forgot to ask her again about the placenta. So I was pissed. So I'm like, damn, I forgot. So I'm like, you know what? I need a new doctor. Like I'm tired of this. So I talked to my advocate. And I text her and I was like, I can't stand my doctor. Like, I need a new doctor. So then she was like, damn girl, it's like COVID time. Like, this is kind of like not the easiest time right now to just get you a new doctor. So I'm like, and then I was like, maybe I'm tripping. I was like, actually, I want to see her next week, which is today. I was like, I actually want to see her next week. I want to talk to her myself. Like, it's fine. So then now I think they got a little worried, like a little nervous, and she texted me back, and she was just like, yeah, I think like everyone's worried about you. We just want to make sure you're okay. And then, my supervisor told me like we can't be having you just not, uncomfortable in your appointments. So I'm like, yeah, it's fine. I've actually decided to advocate for myself. So I'd actually like to talk to her because I don't want her to just run from her and go to a different doctor and she doesn't know that she doesn't listen. You know what I mean? Like, so, or she's just blowing me off. I just didn't like that. So today we talked, we hashed it out. It wasn't, oh, and another thing, sorry, I keep forgetting. But another thing was that my cousin told me that she was having her doula. In her hospital. And I'm like, dang, I wanted my sister in the hospital. How can you have two people, when that's one of my struggles I've been dealing with. And she's just like, well, I wrote a letter to the hospital. So I'm like, oh, I'm like, that is smart. So anyway, fast forward to our conversation. I was like, hey, did you ever look into my, how to take my placenta home? She was like, actually, I did. I was like, oh, okay, all right. So then I was like, so she was like, I did. I was like, okay, am I gonna need like a cooler or anything? Should I bring anything with me? Do I have to buy anything? She said, absolutely not. They're going to put it in like a thing and have it all wrapped up for me. They're gonna put it in the freezer, in like a fridge for you, and you are good to go. I'm like, all right, cool. And then I was like, you know, I plan on going natural, and that's why I was doing the whole holistic route for my placenta encapsulation and things of that nature. So I want to know how I can get my sister to come in the room with me. So then this time, instead of blowing me off, which I'm pretty sure someone talked to her about my feeling towards her, because she was doing way more than she ever does, and she had like a student doctor with her, but she was doing way more. She was like, you know what, let me check in the email real fast and see what stage we're at for like COVID and stuff like that. I'm like, all right. And then I was like, she told me my test came back negative from my rectal exam. I'm like, yeah, that exam kind of hurt. Like, I was like, I'm not sure if I was supposed to do that on my own. She was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She was like, I'm so sorry. If she was like, if that was, I was like, yeah, am I supposed to have like lube or something? Cause I'm not like I've never done anything like that before. So I don't really know how that. She was just like, she was like, if you felt uncomfortable, she's like, we won't do that again if there's ever like a test that I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'll be doing that because I wasn't comfortable. And I'm not sure if I even did it correctly. And I would hate to have to pay for something or have a test come back negative that's really positive and I really don't know what I'm doing. Like, I really didn't like that. And she was just like, oh my God, I'm sorry. She apologized again. And then she reassured me that, she asked me how I did it. And then she reassured me that I did it the right way and that everything should be fine. So that's cool. Then we talked about my sister being in the room with me. And I'm still gonna try. Like, they're like, oh, they're letting doulas because we're in the concern phase, blah, 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 blah. All right, whatever. So we gotta get my sister a fake doula license and we're gonna figure it out. But moving right along, we measured my belly again. I'm still at 37 inches, which is pretty much right on par with everything. With like, cause once you're 37 weeks, you're supposed to measure from pelvis to like the top of your sternum or something, like the amount of inches for the amount of gestational time or something like that. So there's that. So I'm measuring on time. She sweat my membranes and she checked my cervix. So I'm 1 centimeter dilated and 20% effaced. It could mean one or two things. It could mean that I could have the baby tomorrow. But the last time I was 1 centimeter dilated, I still went late with Kenzie, but that was my first baby. So she was like, yeah, the second baby is not the same game. Like, it's just not the same stuff. So this might actually mean something this time that it didn't mean last time. So we shall see, but right now things are happening down there. We have 14 days left to go, and I'm excited. Troy right now is putting together our changing table. A bassinet is ready, her clothes are ready. I really am waiting for like one more thing. Like, she has like a personalized swaddle with like her name on it that I really was hoping would come before her birth. Obviously, it still might, I don't know, but that's like one thing I was waiting for to come, and that's pretty much it for right now. So that is the update. I'm going to make a video a day until she's here. So who knows, you might be getting a labor and delivery video before Christmas video. Who knows? I don't know. Do you know? Does anyone know? We don't know, but we're going to wait and see. I'm really excited. I'm so tired, which is probably why. So I'm going to take off my makeup and I am going to possibly call it quits early. I feel like such a loser, but I'm just beat. I like walking up the stairs. There's so much pressure on my pelvis. Like, I just don't plan on leaving the house until it's birthing time, because I don't think I can make those stairs anymore. Like, I'm good. But there's some things I do want to do to induce labor. I don't want a Christmas baby. I just think I know everyone thinks it's so cool, but I just think it's so unfair. Like, to have your baby on Christmas. I just feel like it's like, Christmas is Christmas. You know, if she comes on Christmas, it's fine. Like, it's fine. But personally, I feel like it's messed up. Like, if you could do anything in your power to help her come, then like do that. So there's a few things my doctor said you could do. drink castor oil. Not too crazy about that. Because it gives you like diarrhea. Castor oil, spicy foods, intercourse. She said squats and working out. So I've only, oh, that's another thing. I only gained 19 pounds so far, which is great. So if I did start working out now, whatever, it'd be like, you know, it'd be nice. So, and it'd be like getting the ball rolling as far as getting the baby out. So I'm going to try those things, and I'm going to keep everybody posted. Maybe not about the intercourse, that's a little TMI, but definitely everything else. So I'll probably do like, I don't know, a video about me eating pineapples and seeing what happens, or doing squats every day, and we'll see. Either way, there's so much pressure down there, like, I don't know. I don't know. But you guys have seen my belly a million times. What's 1,000,001? So here we go. We are here. I had before I went to my doctor's office today, I went in for a wax. Lady's so cute. She was just like, yeah, girl, I got you. I did an extra good job. She does a good job every single time. Like, it's not even, she's great. But I'm like, I'm so happy I made it, because I was like, I feel like something's happening. And she was like, I'm happy you made it too. She was like, I'm gonna make sure like that you're like glowing down there or whatever. I was just like, girl, you are a woman after my own heart. Like, you understand? Because the next time I see you, you might flip me over the table with that wax, because it's gonna be a while. But she was just so sweet, and it was just like, I'm happy I got to get that in. So, you know, just feel like a brand new lady with a fresh wax, girl. So that is that. I'm done talking, and I will holler at you guys later. See you.